Welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I'm Dan, and I am shocked by what happened in the first game. This looks like such a solid Boros deck, but apparently it is not. And I lost the first game. I was on a high. I have played 6 Gatecrash draft, won 2. 3-2-1s, 1-1-2. Started to feel pretty confident about the format. I have studied with limited resources. I read the articles. But here I am in the losers bracket, and that's why we play Swiss, because I would have been very disappointed to play this deck and not be allowed to play the next round. So we shall see what happens to our Boros deck. But yeah, I'm gonna show you the website first. This is our Magic website, MTGO Strat. Here is my Gatecrash draft from yesterday where I played Simic. So go to mtgostrat.com and you can see all these fancy articles. We write a lot about drafts, we write a lot about Pauper and Modern and Standard Pauper. There are interviews, deck lists, nice stuff. Okay, enough with the advertising, let's play the game. We are about to start. Just in it for the chicks lost his match. Gatecrash lost his match, and YB4 lost his match. So I'm facing off against one of them. And maybe this Boros deck can survive the losers bracket. When I drafted a lot of M13. It's only maybe 40 drafts, only 6 are up on the site, or 7. And the only time I gone 0-3 was when I drafted Black-White Exalted. I had a decent Black-White Exalted deck. It's supposed to be the best archetype. I never trioed it, and I trioed plenty of green decks in M13. And maybe Boros is the same for me here. Maybe Boros is cursed or something. Oh, okay, just in it for the chicks. Not the best spell, but I'm not gonna send the 4 spell 3 land hand back this time. First creature is Scorchwalker. And we're playing against Dimir. So there will be Cypher guys doing bad stuff to us. Dinrova Horrors, we saw plenty of Dinrova Horrors, so him getting to 5 mana is a big problem for us. He doesn't play anything. And we are playing 5 Alarm Fire. And starting to build it. I don't want to risk getting blown out by a removal. If the first removal will kill the Boros Elite, I want the Boros Elite to live. Balustrade Spy. No, it's the Millennial Gargoyle, so I can mug it. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to play? I'd rather mug it after a Cypher. Or not. I could mug and play Madcap skills. No, I'm getting the Scorchwalker down here. And then I'm gonna mug next turn. Or treason him. Or maybe in treason mug. Cypher warning. But no Cypher card. mugging. Bomber Corps. Okay, now I'm starting to feel a bit confident about this. Actually getting to hit people with the Scorchwalker feels pretty broken. And now Act of Treason is the famous both Act of Treason and 5 Alarm Fire just win more cards. Really big win more cards. But now how does he stop me? He'll play Dinrova Horror now. But I'm gonna steal the Dinrova Horror and then I'm gonna kill it with 5 Alarm Fire. This is just Sapphire Drake, so that's even easier to deal with. If I draw a land I can even play Madcap skills too. So what about Bomber Corps? Oh, it's combat damage, so that doesn't work. Oh, okay. Well, given the crappy draw I had, that felt pretty good. So what do I want? What do I want to have different against Dimir? Maybe I want a pit fight to remove some Cypher creature, but I will have the edicts online when the Cypher creatures appear. I want the gargoyles in the deck. Martial Glory. Maybe pit fights is better than Madcap skills. Or than Act of Treason. But Act of Treason was really nice against these huge guys. I know there are Dinrova Horrors in there too. So can I justify keeping pit fight out of the deck? I don't even have too many creatures that can fight a 2/2 flyer or something and live. So I'm gonna go as advertised. No white mana. There are 7 white mana in my deck. I stand 7 in 33. It's just less than 1/4 chance of drawing one every turn. And if I don't, my first play is the Gargoyle. Though these cards are very powerful, so I'm keeping it. Let me know if you would have sent that back. 7 planes. On the average, I will draw one 3 turns, I think. I have a 75% chance of not drawing one times 75 will be 9th, 16th will be 27, 64th. Not to draw it in 3 turns. So I'm on the average I'm gonna draw it in 3 turns. That means I can play the Legionnaire. I am on the draw. And I'm luck boxing immediately. Even without Battalion, the Halberd here is such an awesome turn 2 play. Scorchwalker curves me out nicely. Corpse Blockade. Do I want to kill the Corpse Blockade? Of course I don't. I'm just gonna play Skylight Legionnaire and smash. And Scorchwalker next turn to deal with the Corpse Blockade. And at some point I can Act of Treason it. I must Corpse Blockade the I must Act of Treason the Corpse Blockade actually, because he can just sacrifice another creature. Though it's pretty good removal. What Or do I just go with the flyer here? No, I go with the Scorchwalker because I can edict. I can edict the Corpse Blockade next turn and just hit for 10. So he needs to play something else. And we are yet one turn away from the Dinrova Horror. Duskmantle Guildmage won't do anything this time. So it's Edict Smash Face. That means the Scorchwalker is going to die. As will the Guildmage. So counterspell. Oh, it's the 3/3 frog. Well, the 3/3 frog is actually an excellent act of treason target. And now I think it's Denizen Gargoyle act of treason. Or I'll discard the Denizen to the horror. And being in Horrorland is bad. Okay, that's not very dangerous, is it? Because he needs to get through his creature with binding on it. That won't happen on my watch. Or maybe it will. Well, I guess I'll block then, right? To get rid of that Hands of Binding, which didn't do much, did it? It was lucky for me that he didn't have a flyer or something to protect himself. And Duskmantle Guildmage, as when I played with Dimir, he just doesn't do very much. But soon he will join the team for a little picnic of blue-black flesh. Millennia Gargoyle is if the Griffin sucks. If the Griffin is not a good card, as Marshall Sutcliffe stated on his article on the Mothership, what about the Gargoyle? It must be really bad. But there is a battalion fest happening. And maybe I'll save the act of treason actually for a real creature. Dragon. Okay, act of treason redeemed itself in the last game. And I think it's the dragon again, or it's the Dinrova Horror. In which case, it is the Founder Street Denizen that will... No, it's the Skinbrand Goblin that will be discarded. But what? Nothing is happening. Okay, try again. Dinrova Horror makes an excellent target for act of treason. Okay. That card is just really bad. Okay, I'm discarding Skinbrand Goblin. I'm sacrificing this mountain. So what about what happens with an act of treason ciphered card? Well, it's not very interesting because I kill him, right? Yeah, I do. But maybe he gets to cast it on me, I don't know. Duskmantle Guildmage, I know you're a treasonous bastard. Wow, this felt unfair. This felt like stealing candy from children. I guess that's how Boros works when it works. At least I'm not gonna O3 with this Boros deck. I'm Dan, thank you for watching. I'm now 1-1 with my Boros deck in this Swiss draft playing Gatecrash.